Welcome back to Next Dimension Story, where we use the art and science of storytelling to improve your executive presence. If you're a manager, an executive, an entrepreneur, someone who wants to command attention and drive impact, someone who wants to walk into a room and have people listening in, engaging fully with what you're saying and then acting on it, you need executive presence. So over the last few posts, we've been talking about how executive presence is made up of three key things: emotional intelligence, impactful communication, and the art and science of storytelling. We gave you some concrete examples so that you can quickly boost your executive presence. Today, we're building on that. My name is George Epen, and over the last 25 years, I've equipped entrepreneurs, CEOs, business leaders, managers to improve their executive presence in the way they speak, in the way they command attention and drive impact, in the way they shift energy in the room so people lean in and listen. Now, over the last 50 years, advances in neuroscience have helped us to back up what we're saying. How executive presence is actually impacted hugely by emotional intelligence, communication styles, and storytelling. And this is because from a neuroscience point of view, the first thing is that our bodies, our emotions, our mind use what we call mirror neurons to mirror emotions that others have. So when we see the emotions in others, we feel those emotions. That's why when you watch something that's happy, you start feeling happy. When you watch something that's sad, you start feeling sad. So mirror neurons help us to mirror the emotions of others. So when you speak authentically, it mirrors authenticity, which then drives people to trust in you and thereby listen to you. The next aspect is tone. Tone is important when you are presenting in a meeting, especially if it's a very challenging meeting. By having a steady, calm tone, you help to regulate the energy in the room, driving trust and safety through your tone. The other thing to keep in mind is the aspect around simplicity of communication. Our brains crave linguistic simplicity. When people are able to easily explain complex topics in a simple way, so that the brain can understand that very quickly, and then more importantly, we get to act on it. So these are three key neuroscientific backed strategies that confirm what we're saying, which is to boost your executive presence, you need to be able to tap into emotional intelligence, dial up your communication impact, and use storytelling so that you can tap into mirror neurons, the tone of communication, and linguistic simplicity to enable people to understand and act on it. So a case in point was James. James came on and wanted to improve his executive presence. Now, normally his standard behavior in meetings would be to rattle off a whole bunch of data and then expect people to listen. However, by shifting his style, by starting first with a story of a client win, by starting first with a story that was personal to him, he was able to get the room's attention and get people to trust him. And then he used the data in the meeting to celebrate client success that everyone was able to celebrate together. That significantly boosted his executive presence. So why don't you give it a try? The next time you're in a meeting, start with an anecdote, a story, something that's personal, that's connected to the overall theme of what you're presenting, and see the energy rising. See people being drawn to you and ready to listen and act. That's executive presence. Stay tuned for more tips on executive presence in our social media channels. Subscribe, like, and share. And let us help you to boost your executive presence.